So in this video, I will be checking black pen, red pen's integration of 1 over 1 plus x to the fourth. So let's just hop right into it. We have our constant, negative 1 over 4 square root 2. And then we're going to have the derivative of the outside plug in the inside. So it's going to be 1 over x squared minus square root 2x plus 1. We're going to multiply that by the derivative of the inside, which is 2x minus square root 2. And then, next one is going to be 1 on 2 rad 2. And then we're going to have derivative of the outside plug in the inside. It's going to be 1 on square root 2 x minus 1. Square it, add 1. And multiply by the derivative of the inside, which is square root 2. Okay, and we have 1 plus 1 over 4 rad 2 times, and then the derivative of the outside plug in the inside, 1 over x squared plus square root 2x plus 1 times derivative of the inside, 2x plus square root 2, and then plus 1 on 2 rad 2 times, and then we're going to have derivative of the outside plug in the inside, so it's going to be square root 2x plus 1 squared plus 1 times derivative of the inside, square root 2, and now we're good. So I'll call this line 1, this is line 2, now we're on to line 3. Okay, so we're going to have, plugging all of this in, negative 1 on 4 rad 2 times 2x minus square root 2 divided by x squared minus square root 2x plus 1. Okay, so we're going to have plus 1 on 2 because the square root 2's cancel each other out. And then we're going to have, you're going to end up getting 1 on 2x squared minus 2 rad 2x plus 2. Now this is because square root 2 squared is going to be 2x squared minus 2 times square root 2x times negative 1 minus, and then negative 1 squared plus 1, and then the other plus 1. Okay? So then you can just continue this same sort of thing on the next section. Except now it's going to be 2x squared plus 2 square root 2x plus 2. Now, probably a lot of you have noticed that I could factor out a 2 on the denominator. And then I'm going to bring that negative 1 on 4 square root 2 to the top. So I'm going to have negative 1 over 2. 4 divided by 2 is going to be 2 rad 2 x, and then plus the square root of 2 and square root of 2 cancel, 1 on 4, and on x squared minus square root of 2x plus 1, and then plus, bringing out the 2, bringing the 1/4 to the top, I get 2, no, not 2, x squared minus square root 2x plus 1 right there. This is line 4. So then, the next line down, we get 1 over 2 rad 2 x, right? And plus, and 1/4 on x squared plus square root 2x plus 1 plus 1/4 on x squared plus square root 2x plus 1. Now we're on line 5, and now we have negative 1 on 2 rad 2x plus 1 8, not 1/8, 1/2 on x squared minus square root 2x plus 1 plus 1 on 2 rad 2x plus 1/2 on x squared plus rad 2x plus 1. Now in this final row, I'm just gonna write up here that multiplied by x squared plus square root 2x plus 1, right? So what's that going to be? Negative 1 on 2 square root 2x times x squared is going to be negative 1 on 2 rad 2x cubed plus, and then 1/2 x squared, right? And then minus 1 on 2 square root 2 minus 1 on 2 square root 2 times square root 2. So just 1/2 x squared. Ooh, look at that. Cancels out. And then we're going to have, after that, plus square root 2 on 2x, right? And then minus 1 on 2 square root 2x. And plus 1/2. And then the other one, we're going to be adding it, is going to be 1 on 2 rad 2x plus 1/2 times x squared minus square root 2x plus 1. So now, multiplying it through, 1 on 2 square root 2x is going to be 1 on 2 square root 2x cubed. And then we're going to have plus or minus ooh, did I do something wrong here? Oh, no. So it's going to be plus 1/2 x squared minus 1/2 x squared. Cancels out again. And then what are we going to get after that? Well, plus 1/2 times that, it's going to be minus square root of 2 on 2x, right? And then right here, we're going to have plus 1 on 2 square root 2x and plus 1/2. All of this on x to the 4th plus 1, which is actually going to be equal to, if everything was correct in this video, 1/4 on x to the 4th plus 1, which is going to be 1 on 4x to the 4th plus 4. I don't know if that's correct. I don't think it is, but, you know, it was close. So, it's good enough for me.